What's up, fam? Hi, let's get some more volume up in here. Yes. How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy Friday. Happy post day of giving thanks. Yes. Happy Tina Turner birthday. Yes. Let's get some photos up of the queen. Yes. Hey, Claude. Hey, Jeff. How are you? Yes. Today is the queen's birthday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Welcome into the room. Happy Friday. Happy dannIGeeLive. Thanks for joining. Yes. All the best to you too, Jeff. Yes. Hey, Tommy Wahid. Hope you're doing well, recovering and healing. Prayers to you, brother. And hopefully I'll see you in Philly on the 10th. Yes. Aw, thanks, Claude. Doing okay. Let's throw up some more Diva Queen pictures. Yes. I mean, come on. Come on. The queen, honey. Yes. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, day of giving thanks. Oh, good, Tommy. Yes, I'm so glad. Hey, Monique, I see you. Yes. Look at this queen, right? Oh, how much do we love Tina Turner? What a year she's had, right? Yes. Hey, Lamont Joseph. Awesome, you're here. Yes. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Yes. Great. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let me come out of sharing photos of the queen, and I can do my introduction. So welcome. Let me turn this down just a little bit more. Thank you all for being here, and happy post day of giving thanks. And I'm having an assist today. Cheers. I'm here in Jersey City, the land of the Lenape people, and with my boot cat. And we are still, in celebration mode, and every day should be a celebration. So cheers to all of you. Because if you are watching this, you are surviving and you are here, and every day is a blessing, as we know. So I just wanted to come on today and be able to share my platform with anyone that wants to come on and share what they're thankful for, share what they're up to, and all of it. So I've been enjoying, obviously, doing these lives for over a year now. It'll be 2 years soon. Oh my God. And I just have gotten so much joy out of doing these IG lives, as well as opportunities to host other events because of these lives that I've been doing. So I'm thankful for that. And just, really, really blessed and thankful for all that I have been able to accomplish this year, in spite of everything that's still going on with the pandemic, with the city, my work in the arts. Very thankful for all of that. The food in my belly, the bed that I sleep on, the lights that I can turn on every day. My family is good. So wishing all of that for you as well. And so upcoming this Wednesday of next week, December 1st, as a lot of you may or may not know, is considered World AIDS Day. It's a commemoration of, the AIDS illness and all those we have lost over these years. Before I bring in my first guest, I want to bring up his flyer, Lamont Joseph. I believe, here it is. So this is happening next week in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn at the, he can tell us when he comes on, but December 1st from noon to 1 p.m. And as you can see, it's going to be dance and speakers and music at Brooklyn Borough Hall on the backstage staircase in Brooklyn, and remembrance of World AIDS Day. And You know, it's a hard day, but it's also a day that we can still uplift and celebrate and bring awareness, which we should always do that. And let me come out of there. And just so for you, those of you who also don't know, we lost a great man on that same day, 1989, Mr. Alvin Ailey. And that was a really heavy day, and I've told this story before, but I was actually on stage behind the curtain in Philadelphia dancing with Philadanco, and we were literally seconds from performing when we heard some crying in the wings, and our director, Ms. Joan Myers-Brown, had just found out that Alvin Ailey had passed, and the curtain is going up, and we're trying to perform this bright, light, lovely piece, and tears were streaming down our faces. So bless up to the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. Their season starts next week, also on December 1st, and we'll all be there to celebrate with them. So I'm going to go find my first guest. Yes! His first time appearing on dannIGeeLive. We've been trying to make this happen for a while, so now I'm glad we can do it today. Are you coming in, Lamont? Yes!
I'm in. I'm finally on. All right. A whole year. Hey, let me get down a little bit. Everybody can see me. Like, just scoot down in my chair. Hi, everybody.
Finally, and thank you. So yes. Thank you for being here. And how was yesterday for you? I mean, I don't know how people celebrate the day. I'm not a big Thanksgiving person because of the history, but I do acknowledge it as a day of giving thanks. So please share with us how you spent yesterday, and obviously tell us what's coming up.
So obviously, I started out just early with work, and of course visiting friends and loved ones and all that good jazz. But it was literally the whole day with a red cup. I must say, I've been enjoying red wine. I had like this crazy transition in my life. Yay! Friend! So I like literally had the whole day to, enjoy and bask in a few things, a few achievements and stuff like that. Because this time of year is very sensitive to me. Saying I got the show on December 1st, which takes up a lot of stress, a lot of mental thoughts and all those things. And so to sit back on the day and just reflect on, okay, what did we do last year? How did we get it to this point? You do all of those things. And then, of course, you enjoy it with red wine and conversation with friends and all that good jazz. So I did mostly that yesterday. And today was just a day of really just connecting the dots on a lot of different things as far as, the production is concerned and a lot of the things that we need to get done for the production on December 1st.
Right. And so before you talk about this December 1st, please share with us about your dance company.
Oh, so my company is called Bloodline Dance Theater. We've been around for the last 5 years. We've been working in the community, doing a lot of great things as far as our World AIDS Day event, our production called Afro Sankofa, which we do yearly, which we take Disney productions and we Africanize them and we teach them about the African culture, what they need to learn.
Yes.
And of course, we have a huge platform for our addiction and rehab specialists that we've been working on now. We have a ballet called 420 Friendly that we're going to be producing as a film this year. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, we do after school and in-school programming as well as lecture demonstrations on African dance. But our primary thing that we do right now is that we take together different choreographers from the community and we make sure that they get a platform to be able to choreograph as well as help new artists who are emerging, give them the platform to be able to perform all over New York City. We're still community-based. We are going to stay community-based, but we're definitely going to be branching out to doing more tours in the next coming years when this, pandemic situation is over. It's been a little held up, but we still going.
I love it. And so the link to your upcoming program, guys, if you're watching, is in my bio. So check out the link in my link tree for the December 1st program. So share with us what we can expect. It's going to be virtual too. I think on Facebook Live.
Yeah. It's going to be virtual. Caribbean Equality Project, which is this amazing organization I've been partnered with for the last couple of years. They're going to be live streaming it, and I'm just asking everybody to share it because we are at this stage in social media where we have so much power with just sharing and supporting friends and people who are actually doing the work, like people like you who are doing the work on a daily basis. So just share and view it because we're working really, really hard to put together. And remember, this is outside 12 noon. 40-degree weather. Okay. Please make sure somebody sees this, share this, because last year we had an outstanding lineup. We had George Faison there. We had Victoria Cruz. Yeah, and it was amazing. So everybody shared. So this year, I'm hoping everybody have that same energy and then some to share as much as possible. We're going to be honoring Michael Manswell.
Who's Michael?
And oh dear, Michael Manswell is the artistic director of my company that I used to be a part of, which is Something Positive.
Okay.
Yes, phenomenal man, phenomenal choreographer, phenomenal historian. He's still one of my dance fathers. He mentors me all the time, gives me the most great advice.
Yeah.
So we're going to be honoring him. He's done a lot of great work in dance. He also is a professor at Lehman College.
Okay.
Yeah, so he does a lot of Caribbean work here in Brooklyn. And we're also going to be honoring Latravius Collins.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
You know her, right?
Yeah.
Latravius Collins is the founder and organizer for the Brooklyn Ghost Project. And I mean, when I first met her in actually June, I would say, and was just struck by lightning with a conversation with her. And it's just been on my mind, and like her work in the trans community is just phenomenal. I mean, it's one thing for someone that you know is doing the work, but when you see someone doing the work in their community, but then you also see the actual benefit of the work, you see the change in people and how they move. It's just something just so vibrant about it, and that's something that I just have to honor her for. I think she's done phenomenal work with the Ghost Project here in Brooklyn. So we're honoring them, and of course our new mayor-elect, Mr. Adams.
Okay.
You better do that.
Eric Adams. What is going on? Yeah. Eric Adams, honey. I
like Eric. Everybody, listen, I got so much slack because I joined the bandwagon. I was like, no, he's the one. He's number 2. He's going to do it. And everybody was just like, you sure? I'm like, yes. Whatever you say or do, we voting for Eric. Okay. So I've been like pushing and supporting. And so when he won, of course, I was there election night, and the DeVore Community Center in Queens, they came out and performed, which is one of my old alma maters. I went to DeVore for under Obadiah. Obadiah used to take me there every Friday night.
Obadiah.
Yeah, I know. I need to call him. He's so funny. He took me there every Friday night. And so to see Carolyn DeVore, to see the kids perform, and to see Eric win, that was such an electric night. Nice. So of course, you know, he's coming, and I'm super excited. And he actually saw me perform.
Nice.
Yeah, one of his fundraisers. So I'm super duper excited about that. So
well, that's awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And of course, are you going to be there? Are you going to be out and about, or you got a schedule?
On the first.
On the first.
Yeah, so I'm still working remotely with Summer State, so most of my days are still taken up with, year end. We're already in the planning process for next season, and so most of my daytimes are spent in my, my kitchen office. So it's like up until the 16th, and then actually next Wednesday, the 1st, I will be going to the Ailey Gala opening night. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so I'm still.
I want to go this year. I think I'm gonna make some phone calls and show up.
Right, just roll up in there, right?
Yeah, like I'm on my Joe stuff. Y'all got me on my list? No. I don't want to be ratchet, but I'll definitely show up.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to actually going down to Philly again. I'm going for the celebration for Aunt Joan, Miss Joan Myers Brown, her 90th birthday celebration on December 10th. So I'll be down there for that. Wow. And also, my mom is actually coming up to New York on the 4th. We're both going to see Ailey for the 50th anniversary celebration of Cry. So it's these next 2 weeks are going to be lit.
That's right. You performed Cry. Oh my gosh, that must be like so amazing to do, like to be able to do that kind of work and then to see the legacy of it grow. Like, wow.
Yeah, big time. It's important. So I'm excited for that night, and but also excited to share it with my mom because I mean that work for me personally, it was such a tribute from me to her, and I was so just blessed that she got to see me dance it, before I had to retire.
Uh-huh.
But she got to see me do a good whole 2 times, and
Nice.
so I'm very blessed and fortunate for that she got to see it at all. So she's gonna come with me. We're gonna celebrate together. I'll take her out to a nice dinner. So,
Mm-hmm.
as I don't think my mom has been to City Center since I left Ailey, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, so this will be a great homecoming for both of us, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. So, listen, man, stay in touch, stay safe in these streets, and
Of course.
in on the first. I wish I could be there in person, but I will be working from home. But I will be tuning in on the side.
Yes, please just tune in. We that's the main reason why we did do our live stream, because we understand everybody got things to do, places to be. It's the lunch hour. So we just expected for everybody just to tune in, give as much support as possible. There's also a GoFundMe that we did today. Oh, before I forget, before I leave, I'm the recipient of a small grant from the Stonewall Community Foundation, and we're going to make the
Yes.
announcement. Like work in progress. Like I said, reflecting, drinking wine, and it wasn't until yesterday on my third cup that I realized that wait, they gave you this as an award for the work that you've been doing. So you should tell people about the Stonewall grant. So we
Absolutely.
did get the Stonewall grant. I'm like through the roof about it. I am grateful, but we still got to, incur a lot of fees and stuff like that. So we are still doing our GoFundMe online so that everyone who wants to support it can definitely, give what they can. 5, 10, 3, 4, 9, $800. And
Hey, listen, every little bit helps. I'm telling you.
it
So
does.
congratulations on that, though. Really,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Yeah, we have to shout out these things. Shout out, our awards, our achievements, because I just think it just helps bring in more good favor. So don't be shy about it.
Exactly.
Just let it out.
I'm trying, but I'm still on that cusp of grateful and then tooting my own horn. You know, Jamel Gaines. He
I
was just like,
know.
if nobody toots your horn, who's
You
gonna toot
have
it for
to.
you? You gotta toot your horn all the time.
Yeah.
And,
No, that sounds
and
just
I just
like him.
love him for it.
It's definitely a
Mhm,
delicate balance, but he's right.
mhm.
Right.
But I'm still trying to be as humble as possible and still take into the fact that, just to be able to do the actual work in dance is the
Mhm.
gift itself. So to become
Absolutely.
rich is like, okay, great, wonderful, but that's not the goal. The
That's right.
goal is to be happy with what you're doing and
Absolutely.
then being able to do what you want to do. And I've been
Yes.
blessed to be able to be in that place. So I'm
Absolutely.
super grateful.
Wow. Well, thank you for jumping on, and good luck on
Thank you for
Wednesday. And I will be
having me.
tuning in, and happy holidays
Yeah.
and stay safe and all of that good stuff.
Of course, you too, my love, and I can't wait to see everything at the Ailey Gala. But you have a good time, okay?
Thank you. Take care, Lamont. All right.
Bye, Danny.
Bye. Awesome. All right. Are you able to let out? Okay, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Yes. So that was about Joseph. Please go to the link in my link tree for his upcoming production, December 1st for World AIDS Day. And if you are hearing noises in the background, I'm spoiled, but that is the Blue Cat cooking. He's making an apple tart, and we're just going to be eating all through the weekend. So diet be damned. Okay, we're not going to worry about all that. So who else do I have? John Gordon. Do I see you creeping in, John Gordon? Do you want to come on and say a few words for the kids? But speaking of work and dance, I know a lot of you are familiar with that. I was working with Complexions these last week and change for their Joyce season. They returned to the Joyce after, last time they were there was March of 2020. And this was their return to the Joyce post-pandemic, their first big New York City season since the shutdown. And unfortunately, the season had to be cut short. There were a couple of breakthrough COVID cases. So yes, you can't sneak in there, John Gordon. I want to bring you on. So the kids are okay, but there were breakthrough cases, and it's not for me to say the who's and the what's and the where's and the whys, but do know that unfortunately their season was cut short by a whole week of performances. So that being said, my love goes out to Dwight, and Desmond, and all of the Complexions dancers. And if you can, please support this company. There is a link in my bio to support the company. They will be doing a Giving Tuesday campaign. Again, any amount you can spare, this company needs to survive and thrive, and I just adore them to pieces. So I don't know if I have a photo of the company in my photos here. Let me see. What do I have about the company? They're just so amazing. I mean, that was one of the pictures from this past weekend, and just standing ovation. The kids were doing it, y'all. The kids were doing it, and they looked beautiful. The new piece, Snatched Back from the Edges by Dwight Rhoden, is just unbelievable. And so I'm very thankful for those of you that got to see the show last week, and the kids looked amazing. All the new dancers just looked so beautiful, and they were working so hard and doing everything they possibly could to stay safe and healthy. But again, we are still living in a pandemic, so I'm all about vaccinations. I haven't said that very strongly in all these lives, but I'm getting my booster Monday, okay? And I just, do what you can to be safe, but they are trying to regroup. They have a tour to Israel coming up, and some touring in the States starting in January, late January. And if you did miss them this past week, actually, they are going to be in New Brunswick. I think it's New Brunswick State Theater, it's called, on January 28th. So just go to their website, check out the link in my link tree on how to support the company and donate to them, because obviously this is a big hit to them, having to cancel so many performances. So that being said, yes, who else wants to join me on the screen? John Gordon, really? You're not going to join me? So as I mentioned before, and some of you probably know, it is the Queen's birthday today, Miss Tina Turner. And so what a great year for her. I mean, she's 82 today, looking amazing still, and was just inducted as a solo artist after all these years. We have to take her into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on her own steam, and so overdue. So let me bring in the fabulous John Gordon, who sings with my band Sugar Bush, and she is my all-time idol. It's like he knows it. He's been on stage with me. Yeah.
Why you always laughing so hard?
I love you so much.
You was right in the middle of your Tina Turner thing.
Yes.
You was in the middle of your Tina Turner tribute.
Right in the middle. Okay, so you see her all above me, right? You see Miss Tina behind me? And we got Lenny on my shoulder. Look. Me and Lenny and Tina. Okay, rock and roll, black rock, honey.
How come you didn't do a Tina Turner lip sync dance thing for the gram for the kids?
Well, I mean, one more of these, it might be coming. You never know.
You know, you need to put on your best Tina wig, and so lots of fringe, and do some spins.
I was expecting to do this. This is the best I could do. I'm just winging it right now. I like that. Hold on, let me take a sip.
What kind of wine is that?
Blue Cat, what kind of wine is this?
You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's bringing it over. Okay, this is a combined team effort today. Okay. Oh, the hands are in the room. Their hands are in the room. What's the name of it? I can't read. Petite Gabi. It's Petite Gabi. It's a wonderful, spicy, full body.
Is it a Syrah, a table wine? What is it?
It's
Grenache Syrah Carignan.
Yes, it's a Syrah variant.
Syrah blends. Sweet. Nice. Delicious.
So what's going on, Suki? So what's going on?
I'm at my mama's house. I'm just chilling. I got a pot of gravy on the stove with all the leftovers in it, and so I'm just eating out of that all day. That's it.
I can't wait for the leftovers. We had such a good meal last night. I didn't miss the turkey. John is vegan, all good. I mean, it was so delicious. His mac and cheese, I'm telling y'all, it's what?
Did he use the government cheese? Did he use the government cheese?
No. He used whatever vegan variety cheese.
Oh.
His own just recipes, just off the cuff. The stuffing, I just really wanted stuffing. That's all I wanted. And the stuffing was the bomb. I'm serious. Wait, so how's your mom? I love your mom.
She's good. I don't know, she's somewhere in the house, probably talking to everybody in the family, see how everybody else's Thanksgiving was.
Right.
you know, she got a blade. We all got a blade today. It was like just we ain't got nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do.
I made my father's apple sausage dressing, which was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah, we know we put up the tree today at some point, and yeah, I like not doing nothing. I have no agenda.
Right. Exactly.
I have not bathed today. It's been great.
So what's been going on for you in New York? Because we haven't seen each other in a minute.
I know. Well, you know, I just been thankfully working very consistently and super busy with work, being a consultant now. So
yeah,
I'm super thankful for that, and thankful for friends who got me jobs and like passed my name around and stuff like that. So I'm super grateful. So
tell us what your consulting in case anybody who happens to be watching.
Oh, so I'm an e-commerce and online marketing consultant. So I help startup, and specifically in beauty. So I help new brands get started online and help them with their e-commerce strategy. I do brand strategy for new brands. I've been lucky enough to work with some great celebrity brands and some legacy brands. And yeah, I'm busy and not broke. So that's really great.
Bless that business. I just saw Dave join. Hey, Dave. Bass player Dave.
Oh, Dave Ennis, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Dave. He sent me a note yesterday, too. Yeah, just that and working and art, been painting, working on the cupcake bunch.
Yeah.
And
tell us about the cupcake bunch. I need some cupcake bunch merch.
The holiday merch is up on the online site, on my Deacon of Art store.
Okay.
And I'm having a 10% Black Friday deal starting today too till Monday. So
I'm gonna have to share that. I'm gonna have to share that. I'll make sure I post that after we're done.
Yeah. But yeah, the cupcake bunch, you know, I stumbled on it. I happened to draw some little black kids with a big cupcake, and people were like, "You should make this into a story." And I'm like, okay. So now I'm making a children's book about these little black kids who run a cupcake business.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. See? You just never know.
You never know.
You never know.
So I said, let me put some holiday merch up. So people have been asking me about it nonstop, and I'm still not. It takes forever to write a children's book. You think it's easy, but it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
And I'm writing it and illustrating it, so it's a lot of freaking work. So
what's the storyline? Can you share?
This is just their origin story at first. So like how they came to be, and who is in their neighborhood, and you know how one summer after the school year they get together and create this little business, and who they're inspired by, like Black folks in history in terms of the baking world, who you may not know. So it's a little bit of Black history. It's a little bit of, you know, cooperation, negotiation, entrepreneurship, community. But hopefully, little Black kids can see themselves and stuff like this.
I love education. I mean, entertainment that has like a little education in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that.
A little edutainment. So yeah. I don't know when it's gonna be done. So people just gotta keep bugging me till I finish it.
I think it's so important. I'm so glad you brought that up. When kids see themselves, whatever race, when they see themselves reflected, that just inspires something else in them. And I think that's wonderful. I mean, I think, going back when I was, 6 years old, seeing The Wiz, even though Stephanie Mills was probably a teenager at that point, with the fact that I recognized that she was young, that she was little, plus of course all the people of color on the stage.
Oh yeah.
That really piqued, my inner artist. I believe that was the start of it. I really do. So all praise to The Wiz.
You just never know, till you see it. Like, I grew up with, I just loved children's books. I love reading. I love books, like real books in general. And as a kid, like I read Ezra Jack Keats, and all the little children in those books were Black.
Oh, right.
It was one of the few books. Like I read a lot of Dr. Seuss. Like I read a lot of crazy stuff too. But I think back to that, and had I not seen any Black kids at all, like I grew up with Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids and things like that. So there were some reflections. There weren't many, but there were some. And now there are a whole lot more.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm
of
here
all
for
different kinds. And I think it's just
it.
amazing. And there's room for everybody. There's room for every story.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah.
Well,
Because I ain't having no kids. That's the closest I'm getting.
yes, I will be forever auntie. That's it. I'm good.
Same. Always Uncle John, because it ain't happening.
It's all good. Well, listen, thank you for jumping on. I will make sure I post your art page in my bio after this. And big hugs to your family, you know, Mom Dukes. My mom is actually coming up. I was just telling the gentleman before you, she's going to come up next weekend because we're going to go see Ailey together the night that they're celebrating Cry, the 50th.
Mm.
That's going to be really cool.
Are they gonna get you to get on stage?
Ooh,
you better come.
no.
You better come ready. You better start doing some stretches.
I mean, I think if that was going to happen, that they would have invited me by now. But it'll be wonderful to be in the room. And you know, it's so crazy. One of the women who inspired me over the years was the great Donna Woods. Sanders is her full name now, but Donna Woods. She was also a big star with Alvin and Ailey back in the day, and when Judith Jamison first told me that I was learning the solo, she, you know, wanted me to watch Donna's version. And little did she know, I've told this story before, but little did she know, I have been studying that VHS tape for years prior to getting into Ailey, and it was a version with Donna Wood. And so I had just been like, you know, watching her and taking in all her nuances and everything else for years. And to this day, her birthday was recently. And I, you know, on Facebook, I sent her a little Facebook greeting, and she wrote me back a lovely message, just saying like again, you never know who's watching. I said this all the time to people. You never know who's watching, kids. They might be silent about it, but she said to me, "I love watching all that you're doing." That was her response to me. I was like,
yeah. You never know.
I
I get that all the
what
time.
I'm doing?
People I think who are not paying attention, who I don't even know that are on social media and happen to stumble upon them. They, oh, I'm loving all this art you're doing. Or wait a minute. They sent me a note, be like, I've been listening to your music, and oh my God, you have such a talented voice. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even know you. I didn't even told you that. I say, how'd you find out?
So yeah. So again, you never know, and so keep it up. And I will definitely be getting my cupcake merch, and we'll be bugging you also for the Cupcake Bunch book, because
Keep bugging me. Keep bugging me.
Of course, it's going to be the series on Netflix, and it's going to be all.
It's going to be animated. It's going to be the record, all of that stuff, the soundtrack, you know, all of that.
Yes.
So good to see you.
And hopefully I will see you actually in person sooner than later. We keep saying It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
We need to do like we did before that night it snowed.
Yeah.
With me, you, and Corey and Novi.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, safe travel.
Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. Eat all the food. Have another bottle of wine.
Okay. Bye, Jack Gordon.
Bye. How I get out of here?
There's an X on there somewhere.
Lord. Oh, I see it. Hey.
Oh my God. So that was John Gordon. So as I mentioned, we never know who's watching. We never know who's been following our journeys. But again, it is Tina Turner Day, and it's her birthday. And I have been inspired by Miss Turner for years and years and years. And so some of you don't know, I did have a band. I still say I do have a band because you never know when I'll bring it back. But I started a band called Sugar Bush in 1999, and I found some pictures from one of our recent shows, or more recent shows, and okay, that was me doing my best version of Miss Tina, honey, at the Blue Notes here in New York City. That was one of our better shows, and more recently, we performed at the Bitter End. That's one of my favorite places to play. But this was another show that we did at the Apollo. Okay, kids. This is part of my journey, you know, my rock and roll Black girl magic journey. We're not a monolith. We can do whatever we want to do, and no, you know, permissions needed. And I started a band. That is my boy Jerome Jordan on guitar, and we just killed it. So that's me on the SBs. The Apollo, not the main big room because that really would have been crazy, but this was actually the sound stage. So the Apollo Cafe, but still we sold it out. And it was actually on my birthday that year, and it was great. We were on the marquee and everything. So this is again a day of thanks, and I am thankful for my journey with music and dance and everything. So I'm not sure who's in the room, who else wants to come on, and what else I want to talk about. Yes. Oh, let me give a shout out really quickly too. Another beautiful thing that happened recently this last week or so was the debut season for Hubbard Street with Linda Denise Fisher Harrell at the helm, and wonderful reviews for Hubbard Street. Back in Chicago, there, I think it was called the Return, the season. That was the title of the season. But in any case, I want to give a shout out to Linda Denise on her inaugural season as the new artistic director leading Hubbard Street. And yeah, just wonderful things are happening. And so that, and I just want to keep reiterating what happened with Complexions. I'm home tonight because unfortunately the second week of the season had to be canceled due to a few breakthrough COVID cases. And everyone's doing okay. And again, I don't need to explain the who's and the whys and the wheres and the whats, but just know that the company could really use your support and your love. There's a link in my bio to donate to Complexions Contemporary Ballet if you can. And they will also be doing a Giving Tuesday campaign, but you can donate at any time through the link in my bio. Yes, so who else did I want to talk about today? So I recently I put up a meme about, Thanksgiving travel is coming back, and all you single people, beware that people might be asking you about your love lives and all these things. And I thought it was pretty funny. It was funny. But my girl, Frenchie Davis, who I adore her. She just right in your face. She speaks her mind. I love that. But she also made the point where you don't have to explain yourself to others, and you can create your own, what your relationship is. You can create your own life. You don't have to make excuses for why you're not married, why you don't have children, why, just whatever. It's your life, and basically live your life. You can create whatever you want your life to look like according to, your own set of rules and principles and no one else's. So I appreciated the feedback from Miss Frenchie Davis on that, and she's absolutely correct on that point. So let me see, what else could I put up in the photos when I wait for, I did have some other friends that said they were going to join, so we'll see what happens if they do. And if anybody is in the room that wants to come on, please feel free. Yes. Oh my goodness. So one of the beautiful things I'm thankful for this week that happened, I was invited to, during the Complexion season at the Joyce, to do their talk back on stage, which is basically their curtain chat, which is, you interview the choreographers or the artists post show. And someone from the Joyce reached out and invited me to do this curtain chat. And they've also, again, you never know who's watching, the individual had been taking in some of my Instagram Live episodes and thought this would be, a great opportunity for me to do this particular chat. And so it was great. My first time doing it, and I had a ball. And of course, talking with Dwight and Desmond was amazing because they're just, longtime friends, my dance brothers. I've known them since 1990. And of course, I joined Ailey in 91, and we were stage mates, so to speak. So it was a great conversation. They were able to talk about, what they went through with the pandemic, how they kept the dancers engaged, and, what they hope to see in the future. And I do know that they are planning or hoping to get a facility so they can have a home base for their school, their academy, Complexions Academy, but also a home for their dancers to rehearse and train. So again, these are some of the things that happened this past week and that I am super grateful and thankful for. Let's see. I'm going to show you. Yeah. Oh, this was a memory that I put up most recently. So back in 2019, I posted this photo earlier this week. I did a dance panel for one of my dance performances at Summer Stage, and I moderated a panel for the first time ever. And my guests were, these are the backs of them, you really can't see, but it's Desmond Richardson of Complexions and Alvin Ailey, Broadway legend BB Newworth to his left, and ballerina and contemporary dancer Alicia Grafmack, who is now the director of dance at Juilliard. And so I was posted this as a thankful moment in my journey, because I feel like this sort of is the predecessor to me doing these conversations, and the comfortability. Am I saying that correctly? Being comfortable with interviewing people and just talking and asking questions, and also the flow of asking these questions. So anyhow, this was 2019. I'm thankful for this journey. I'm thankful for being able to grow and get some of the opportunities that have come out of doing these lives and being invited to do other online virtual programs. And so it's been really great. So yeah, I will stop sharing that. And so all good. So I'm here in Jersey. I'm ready for some leftovers. I was waiting for one of my friends to join me. I don't think she's on. My good girl, Monique Martin, was shouting around in case she does join. Hey, Chris Rod. But I'll give her a few more moments. But if not, I can end it early. No biggie. Chris Rudd, you are welcome to join me if you want on screen, if you're camera ready. So Chris Rudd, since he just joined, I want to shout him out. He had an amazing debut premiere this season with American Ballet Theater. His duet, Touche, premiered at the Met Opera. No, I'm sorry, the Coke Theater with the beautiful Calvin Royal. You are, yes, you are. You're always camera ready. Yeah, and it was a beautiful pas de deux between two men making history for American Ballet Theater, and it was simply beautiful. So kudos to you, Chris Rudd. Does it the camera ready? Whatever. If you want to come on, please send me an invitation. But if not, it's all good. But please follow his career. He's doing big things. Christopher Rudd. He has Rudder Dance Company, and just doing amazing work. So let's see. Maybe I'll share a few more photos before I break out. Oh, here's just one more from my Sugar Bush days. Okay. And to my right is my other backing vocalist, Miss Stephanie Breedy. Yes. Amazing. So I hope you all have had a wonderful start to your holiday season, that you're staying safe, and that you feel good about your lives, and that you are, that your families are well. Okay, I just give a shout out. So this was from one of the performances last week of Complexions Contemporary Ballet at the Joyce. That is my good friend, Felipe Rose in the middle, from the legendary group, The Village People. He was the original Indian. And that's my really good friend, Shannon Stowe, who's just such an incredible supporter. So, these are my chosen family, if you will. And I love my chosen family here in New York. And they just, they're there to support, and they're so amazing. So shout out to them for making it to the Joyce, supporting Complexions Contemporary Ballet. And yeah. Oh, I just had to put this picture of my mom. So this was back in September after my performance at Little Island. Oh yes, can I just say that too? How thankful and grateful I am for getting the opportunity this year to dance again. I got to dance again in front of an audience at the invitation of Ailey and Toria Beard, the guest curators for Little Island. So this was from the second performance that I did, and we ended up celebrating my mom, giving her a surprise birthday dinner a week early at City Winery, which is right next door to Little Island. I just love this woman so much. Oh, I miss my mommy. But I'll be seeing her very soon, as she is coming to New York to join me at the Ailey show on December 4th. And I'm sure I will see a lot of you there as well. And not to get too deep and too political, but of course, the guilty verdict. Enough said on that. So just wanted to say prayers to the Ahmaud Arbery's family, and the verdict will not bring him back, but there's some sense of justice and hopefully some peace. And now on to the sentencing, which I hope will be just as just and fair. So, there's a lot still going on in this country and this world, and we just have to be kind and remember that we're all human, and that we are all, you know, living, breathing creatures, and no one is above the other. And I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take, but it's, you know, it's just sad to think that there is still this much hatred and bigotry in this world, but we will continue to fight it and rise above it. And I'm so thankful for the people in my life that I see fighting it and rising above it. And my, you know, cornucopia of friends who I just love and adore. So that was obviously a big story this week that we were all holding our collective breaths over. And yes, so back to love and joy and peace and camaraderie. And yeah, oh, this is a throwback actually. So again, I'm going to keep reiterating this because out of, you know, we are in the season of giving, and this is from 2010, I believe, with Dwight and Desmond backstage at Summer Stage. And if you're just joining us, some of you may or may not have heard, but their season at the Joyce, their return, comeback, triumphant season at the Joyce was cut short due to a couple of COVID breakthrough cases. All the dancers are vaccinated, but you know, this virus is very slippery. You know, everyone's doing the best they can to stay safe and covered up and everything, but it happened. So, hey, it happened on Broadway. It happened to Shakespeare in the Park. You know, it happens. So no stigma, no, you know, but this is a big hit to the company because the company is only 14 people strong, and there's no understudies. The company is it. So unfortunately, it made it they were unable to continue the season in a safe way. And the most prudent thing for them to do was to cancel the rest of the weekend. Yes, Chris, we are still living in a pandemic. And so, yeah, if you can support the company so they can make it through this winter to their upcoming tours, to support the dancers. The link is in my bio. Hey, Zinda, are you camera ready? Do you want to come on and talk about your Mary Kay line and all that you're doing? Please come and join me for a second. I'm going to stay on about 10 minutes. Oh, there's Monique. Monique, I know you're coming on. Wait, I'm going to hold out for Monique, Martin, and Zinda. Okay. Hey, anybody else that wants to come on? Hey, Monique, we are not out of COVID woods yet. No, we are not. No, we are not. So hopefully I'm going to be joined by, okay, great. Yeah, Zinda, send me an invite. And then hopefully Monique will join us right after. Let's see. Do I send an invitation? Let me try and do that. Oh, great. She's already in there. Yay. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I have to come out of my photo sharing first.
Hey.
I'm just talking. Just talking to the screen.
Dig it. I can dig it because you got to keep going.
You gotta keep going. Hey, Donald Bird. How are you? Thank you, Zinda. What is going on, Queen?
Girl, I'm here doing a Black Friday sale, but for House of Zinda.
Yes.
He had to put Mary Kay on hold, and I had to reestablish my House of Zinda. That's first and foremost for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You look great, girl.
Oh, girl, I'm good, right? Girl, I got those carbohydrates up in me. I was in a carb coma last night, girl.
I can't even say anything. I mean, I'm trying to be good, but it's not working. So
what is that? Well, here's the thing. What does that even mean? I'm trying to be good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I came down, so that's what it means. But I'm being good to myself.
Yes.
Because I need a minute.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It's all
we have to give ourselves a moment to just enjoy what it is.
True.
You know, and you're doing what you gotta do. Monday, I'll be back at it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to guilt-free enjoy this weekend. Enjoy that tart that the bouquet is making over there. All that noise.
Yeah, bouquet be working it out for you.
I mean, I want to hear about your sale, but I also want to go back to something I just said before about, you know, the post that I made and about relationships and what people feel are, Monique said she's like camera ready, about what the norms are and everything else. And I've gotten so much heat here and there, not a lot, but when I talk about how, you know, John does 99.9% of the cooking. And that little 1% was the one time I made him some soup in 4 years.
But you know what? Whatever works for you, because when I was married, my husband, he cooked a lot, and I cooked too, but he cooked. So
Yeah.
why not? I mean, he enjoyed cooking. So it's not a thing to me. Like back in the day, there were traditional roles, but your marriage can be anything you want it to be. Your relationship can be anything you want it to be at this point, whatever works for you. So
exactly.
I have a friend who, I mean, her husband has passed now, but they weren't even living together. They weren't even in the same household.
Right.
And that seemed to work for them, because I know how I am. As much as I want to come home to somebody, there's times when I just want to be by myself.
Absolutely.
But let me put it out there. I do want to come home to somebody. Hello. But really, I know how I am. This time, I just need my time. And then also the kind of work I do, I need my own space.
Yes.
So whatever works, let people talk. They hate it. That's all.
Exactly. I ain't got time for it.
So
Tell us about, I want to hear about House of Zinda, of course, but are you also able to talk about the other work that you're doing here in New York?
Yeah, because things have changed. Okay, so I was supposed to go back to SNL, and I was telling a lot of people, like, when I walk through the doors of SNL, that's when I know I'm back, and I made it through the doors. You dress one particular person, and if they decide they want a different dresser, then you're just out. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal. I thought I was going to feel really bad about it, but I didn't.
Okay.
It meant that I had weekends for myself again.
Yes.
And that meant that
who you were dressing, or we can't?
Huh?
Can we say who you were dressing?
I was dressing Ego.
Yes, was Ego on honey.
Yes, and she's on the come up, because girlfriend.
She is. Her Dionne Warwick is hilarious.
Oh, you know what? I have to watch. Oh, but she's really, really good. She's in like so many skits. So it is what it is. But after that, then I was Taylor for America's Big Deal. And
okay.
Yeah, so I'm no longer there. I did a month there, but right now I'm on my own.
Okay.
But you know what I did too? I mean, so many things. I'm a gig worker, so it's like, I mean, you've hired me, and like it's just you grab your gigs as you can. What I did do right after or right before SNL, I think it was right before SNL, I did a film shoot out at Weeksville, out in Brooklyn. It was about Seneca Village. And, so I didn't even know, when they hired me to be the tailor, I didn't know anything about it. You say yes, and then you just come to work. But it's at the Met. It's Jen Nkuru, who she did the video. She, I think, ate shit for Beyonce. But anyway, it's at the Met, the Afrofuturistic exhibit. So yes, I think you already went, didn't you?
No, I haven't gone yet, but I want to go, because that's the I believe that's the maybe it's my friend King Britt is involved in. I'm not sure, but I need to go. Well, whatever it is.
Yeah, I want to go too. I haven't gone yet. I just found out that it's out. And but the video, one of the videos that's featured in this exhibit, I was a tailor for it, and so my name is up there. So I felt good. You never know if they're going like.
You never know.
Yeah. So right now things are like happening for me, and House of Zinda did very well in Rochester. That's grounds, and I'm kind of letting the universe guide me. I don't know what's next for me, but I can feel like things are changing for me, and I know 100% I'm on my own. I'm on. I don't know if there'll be a gig that I will latch on to. It feels like I'm just gonna on my own. But there is something that did come up. I can't say anything about. And when it really happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But starting in January or middle of December. I'll know for sure if I have a really great client. So
Oh,
yeah.
girl. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so I just feel good. I feel like I know who I am, and I feel like I'm really kind of settled in what I do, and I just feel good. I feel really, really good.
Yes.
That's what's
Amen
happening.
to that. Wait, there's a question in the room. Let me
Oh,
just make sure it's not for you as well.
okay.
Oh, Minnie me. He's just saying hi. Happy holidays. Hi, ladies. It wasn't even a question. That was from Lenny.
Okay. Oh,
See,
yeah.
I'm in.
But
So yeah, so tell us more about well, first of all, I'm excited to hear about who this client might be, and I hope, and fingers crossed on that. And also amen to sorry for the noise, guys.
You what?
Over there making that pie. Make
That's
that
all right.
pie.
That's all right.
But also yes to that feeling. This past year and a half, as you know, we've talked about this. I've just really felt really centered and crystallizing in my being. And I think also getting older, you start to really, at least you hope you do, start to feel that way about who you are and knowing who you are and who the people you want around you even.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just look at my friend circle and who I choose to share certain things with. Just all those things start just really solidifying and
Yeah.
really good about what I'm putting out into the world and the things that are coming back my way.
Yeah.
And like you, I do feel like, there's some things like that come this new year are definitely going to be different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited about that for sure. But yes, but tell us about House of Zinda. I'm glad to have been a part of House of, and I'm so sorry I forgot to tag you in that photo when I did talk back with Dwight Desmond.
It's okay.
I'm glad you saw it.
I saw it and I put it up. So but yeah, House of Zinda is right now what I'm focusing more. I mean, it encompasses a lot, because House of Zinda, I make costumes. It's all under one umbrella. But really, for me, House of Zinda is my styling and my trunk sales, my pop-ups. That's what I really love the most. And I feel like, sewing just keeps coming back. Like I'll never be able to get rid of it. So, I'm accepting that. But really personal shopping and styling and selling. Oh my God, I love it. And I have great pieces. When COVID hit, I was in New York and I ran to Philly, but I didn't have anything with me. So it was a long time before I could touch my inventory and start selling again. And of course, we weren't going out, so nobody was buying. But now people are really buying.
Yeah.
And because there's nothing in the stores, I am doing well.
Oh, good.
Yes, because what I have is definitely a lot of timeless pieces. I don't do the trendy stuff, and quality pieces, and always something like a little unique. So right now, what I have to sell is great stuff. People are buying, especially the men. That's really something. The men are really buying. Cool. And I like that. I love men. But I mean, in more ways than that. I love but men, I should say.
Yes.
But it's scary because as I'm selling, I'm not as able to replenish as I used to. Because there's really nothing in this. So there's going to be a period where, we're just going to have to wait, with the shipping and, things not having a time on the shelf to finally go down to a clearance price. It's a different type of thing going on out there. So I'm just going to keep selling, but when the racks are bare, that's when I'm going to be really not.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring it out.
Yes, I have to remember to link. Do you have a separate page or website for House of Zinda?
I do, but you know what? It's under construction because we were just going to it was all encompassing, and then we were like, okay, let's try to make it just e-commerce. But it to be just e-commerce. So I'm going to say by February it should be up and running. I need to figure this out.
So how can people see your pieces now?
I am on Instagram at House of Zinda. And that's really where you'll see everything. And I am on Facebook, excuse me, as House of Zinda or just Zinda Williams, either one.
Yeah.
But you'll and just put Zinda and you'll find me, or you
Yes.
may find an Indian restaurant also. But
Which is okay too, but we're looking for fashion. Wait, so Monique just asked, has retail been impacted by the shipping crisis?
yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why there's nothing on the shelves.
Ah.
I mean, okay, to give an example, there's one particular store that I shop at where I can get really good men's things for good prices, because I need to be able to buy and then sell and make some money off of this. But when I went for their big clearance sale, there was no men's clearance at all. And I was like, okay. So yeah, the stopping of everything for a year and a half has really affected retail. So it's not a lot of stuff that's coming in. Plus, the shipping crisis. Yes, docks can't. I mean, nothing is moving the way it should be. You see it with food. You see it with any store. So it's it is what it is. I'm making moves in the way I know how, and I'm finding other ways, because you have to. You have to.
And so, if you're just tuning in, this is Zinda Williams, my longtime good friend. And all context, I met Zinda as a dancer with Alvin Ailey, and she was, I never know what the title is. It was a wardrobe mistress or supervisor.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if you heard what I was saying before, or that you probably saw my post that Complexions had to shut down the second half of their season, which really sucks, guys. I mean, when I tell you the devastation on those faces of the dancers, we did a Zoom call just to talk it through. I mean, they were working so hard, and they're not a big company like the ABTs and New York City Ballets, or even the Alvin Ailey's of the world, where there's like second and third cast. But they're like these 12 to 14 dancers are it, and as much as they tried to make it work and switch around some parts, it was just too much. And the most prudent thing to do was to just stop the season. And so, but you having done this kind of work in the past, like say with Alvin Ailey, when there might have been an emergency put in, like, somebody got hurt, or, I don't remember, honestly, a ton of injuries during my time. Like,
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were still with us, but there was a time when we were in, it was crazy because we were I don't know where we were, but Roger Bellamy was doing Blue Suite with Marilyn Banks. And you know how you take the hand and you but she didn't grab his hand, she grabbed his thumb, dislocated his thumb during this thing. So we go to DC. And we're doing Ulysses Dove with the tables.
Urban Folk Dance.
Urban Folk Dance, yes.
Okay, so that was after me because Roger went in after me.
Okay, so we were doing Urban Folk Dance, and it was Don Bellamy, Bernard Gaddis. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bernard's elbow hit Don. And there was blood, and we're backstage running around trying to get Matthew's costume together. Like, the dance is so freaking fast. By the time we get it and put it on, it's over. Right. But that just seemed to happen one after another. And then when Don Bellamy's mother, she's like, "What are y'all doing to my?" It was crazy. So we didn't have a lot of injuries, but that time, that was pretty wild how it was.
Yeah. Do you remember how like Don Bellamy's shoulder used to go out of place?
Yeah. Yes. It used to dislocate. Yeah.
I remember being in the audience on one of the few nights I was ever off and watching first cast of, maybe it was the first or second cast, Donald Burr. If you're still watching, Donald Burr's Dance at the Gym.
Oh my God.
And Don's
arm, I made for y'all.
right. And Don's arm came swinging out. He was walking like, I just thought he was doing some cool, like, brother walk. And little did I know, his shoulder was out of socket. He left the stage and somebody pushed him back in backstage. And he came back out and continued dancing. So
Don was a whole breed.
Yeah. If you're not a dancer or a performer or someone that works in live entertainment, you guys have no idea the level of stress sometimes. It's also exciting too. And I think some of us are addicted to that excitement and you never know what's going to happen. But you really never know what's going to happen. And that is beauty. The beauty of live entertainment is also, you know, the beauty of that is you might witness a moment in that moment that no one else will ever witness.
Right.
Like Aretha Franklin, I remember being at the Mandela birthday celebration at Radio City. Gloria Gaynor was one of the guest artists. And Aretha, I mean, I'm sure she did this a lot, but she caught the Holy Ghost in the encore. And she had her purse on stage with her.
Always.
Honey, she didn't play. She got her money in cash. I don't know if I know
before
this.
the show was over.
She was like, check my ass. Direct deposit. I don't think so. Where's my cash? Okay, so Aretha was on stage. I have YouTube video of this doing the encore and caught the Holy Ghost. Anyway, she was sweating.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. Live theater. We have to keep live theater going.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. There's nothing like it. And people really don't really understand all that goes on. You know, you're in the audience, you're watching. It's just lovely. But yeah, we are like busting our behinds. You as a wardrobe person, you got to keep, especially in dance. In theater is different, you know, but in dance, you got to keep your eye on them dancers on the stage. Yeah. I mean, something pops, they're coming out. You got to know the music. You got to keep them calm while you sew up, you know, the inside of their leg and get them out, you know, before.
And it has happened. I knew that story about I was doing Night Creature.
I heard you, I think Rogers told you.
Kids, I was down front doing the famous Adagio section, the group Adagio section of Night Creature, and I'm in this full-on tilt, penché, blah, blah, blah. And I had a hole in my crotch area. And so I didn't have any undergarments. Okay. Front row, got a good gander. And so I see Roger Bellamy, our late dear friend, brother, soul. Roger Bellamy is in the wings waving at me like, come off. I'm like, what? And I finally get off and he was like, girl. I'm not going to say what he said, but I had maybe, I don't know, 48, less than 2 minutes for someone to come and stitch me up side stage before I had to go back.
Yeah, you can't go to no dressing room.
There's no time.
Off. You got to do it right there.
Yeah, so my friend in here, Glenn, is just telling me that Stephen Sondheim passed. Oh no!
Wow.
Stephen Sondheim passed. That happened today.
It just.
Oh, I had no idea. I haven't really looked at the news today. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Wow.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Glenn. Oh, so to Stephen Sondheim.
Raise a fake glass, but yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wait, is there someone's coming in the room.
That's your girl, isn't it?
Supposed to come in. I'm gonna bring you in, Monique Thomas. But but anyway, Zinda, you know I love you. I'm gonna be if you're gonna be down there on the 10th. I'm coming down for the Joe Myers Brown Philadanco celebration.
Well, I'm here.
10th. You'll be here. You'll be there.
Ailey all 3 weeks.
Wait, say that again?
I'm doing Ailey all 3 weeks.
Ooh. Okay, so wait. So I'm going to the gala.
Ooh, lucky.
Okay, so I can talk to you about that offline because it's my first gala since I've been in the company. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So I'm going to the gala, and I'm also going up the night of the 4th for the Cry Celebration night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I just know I'll be in tomorrow at 11 o'clock to start going. That's all I know.
Yes, I'm bringing my mom up, so I will be there for that as well. I don't know what other shows I'm going to try to see over the season. But those are the main two. I know for sure I will be in attendance. So, yeah. So I'll see you here in New York then.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Zinda, thanks for jumping on. Please support Zinda and all that Zinda is doing. Woo, woo, woo. And we will follow up with you in January when you can let us know who this
oh, girl. All right, well, take care, Danny.
I'll see you at City Center.
All right.
All right, love.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes. All right, so
I don't know how to get out.
There should be an X there somewhere.
You know what? Okay, there we go. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yes, that was my girl, Zinda Williams. We've been friends. We've known each other since the early 90s when I was a dancer at Ailey. And she's amazing. And I'm so excited to hear who she's going to be working with in January. So bless up her fingers crossed on that. Hey, Melissa. Yes. So I am going to bring on one more person who's going to join me on screen, Miss Monique Thomas. Yes. Close this out with me. Come on, Sister Love. You coming in? Uh-oh. There you are.
Hi. How are you?
I am so good. I'm so glad you're joining me on the screen. How are you?
Yes. Well, I I am a walking long story right now.
Come on, bring
But,
it.
well, first of all, of course, you know, you just had this loss. You're just hearing about it. So rest in peace to
Yes.
Mr. Sondheim.
Yes.
Definitely icon, legend, all of that. Say hi to your boo cat for me because I know he's throwing down.
Yes.
You know?
Let's see from afar.
Yes. But he's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am talking to you from my home as one of many survivors of COVID.
Oh, wow.
Breaking news. I had COVID. It really hit just after the New York Marathon. I didn't run it. Okay. I had my crazy in October.
Mm-hmm.
I ran the Chicago Marathon, then I turned around and ran a half marathon in Detroit. Then I came home and volunteered for the New York Marathon. So I was exposed to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, you know, my body was exhausted. You know, we always talk about as dancers, listen to your body. And yes, we all know that the real show is behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in front. So what y'all see in front is magic, but the real show is behind the scenes, but we'll get to that another time. But anyway, the exposure of people, okay, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it hit me, knocked me out. I mean, from shortness of breath to coughing. If I spoke to you last week, I'd be talking through a cough. I drank NyQuil like it was bottled water. To just sleep. I've taken, you know, the medications or what have you, took the test, positive, the whole nine. But at the time I saw the doctor, I was at the end stages.
Okay.
So all of that to say, the person you're talking to, yes, I'm much better. I am well, praise God. I made it. Yes, it was a nightmare. Yes, it was crazy. But I will say that the amount of exposure I had, it compromised my immune system and it shut me down.
Yeah.
As well as, and you know this being someone that has traveled extensively, when you're doing a lot of that back-to-back travel, it can play with you.
Oh, yeah.
It can play with you. So it came to a head. Everything came to a head.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm grateful. I mean, I celebrate Thanksgiving alone anyway. But this particular one, of course, I'm eternally grateful that I was able to cook something. You know, I didn't care if it was a bowl of rice. I needed to cook something. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so my other good girl Monique just wrote, were you aware you had a COVID? You had a, what'd she say? I'm sorry, let me scroll back down. Were you aware you had COVID initially?
I was not, but the symptoms told me I had it. All I was told was I had a viral infection. Now, of course, when you hear viral, you think COVID.
Right.
Well, there's a variation of viruses out here. It could be flu. I thought I had the flu.
Right.
Nope. When that test came back positive, come to find out I had it. I had COVID. So again, I am grateful to be here with you. I mean, I always love, you know, your lives. They're so entertaining, a lot of fun. I loved when you talked to Zinda. I learned a lot about her. But I can say that this has been quite a journey. And I say that just out of love for, you know, I haven't really been around nobody, you know, I haven't been running or what have, because out of respect, I want to make sure I'm 100%, because I don't want to pass this to nobody. You know what I mean? So if you know, if you see me with a mask all the time, don't be surprised. I'm good, but I'm not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank God I was vaccinated.
Okay.
Big thing.
I didn't want to ask, but that's
No, it's fine.
Offered it.
Yeah, it's fine.
That. Yeah.
I am fully vaccinated. The doctor told me to my face, the vaccine is what killed the virus, and that was how you were able to recover the way that you have, and the fact that you've been in decent shape. So I don't have any underlying conditions, but my health was, you know, my vitals were good. My health was good.
Yeah.
At the time I got it, but it was just, it knocked me down.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, I know, you know, you have a variation of people online, but I wanted you to know, and I wanted people to know, because a lot of people still don't know.
I know.
You know, people like, oh, you know, I saw your live video. I'm like, yeah, you're a little late for that, but that's okay. But let me talk about it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want nobody to say, well, I heard this and I heard that. No, I want to set the record straight and let you know straight up from me.
Yes.
But I'm well. I'm okay. I'm grateful. You know, I love you dearly. Please keep bringing the lives, because you're Friday. You make my Friday night, woman, okay? I love it. You know, but it's fun. It's enjoyable. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about people. You learn about, you know, people you just don't know.
Yeah.
But when you spoke about, you know, the whole, your wardrobe malfunction, oh please, everybody has a story on a wardrobe malfunction. That's just what they do in artists.
What is this new thing?
What's that?
So inundated with these last couple of weeks, and work, of course. There's a new something out about the whole Janet Jackson Super Bowl thing.
Yeah, they're doing some kind of documentary about it. They want to do some kind of special about what actually happened. Right.
I need to watch
and, you know, they want to talk about...
for that. And, like, it was on her.
It never was her. It never was her.
Right, okay.
And that's what... And I think that's why Janet has been so you know, she's laid low for so many years, because... That's the one thing that everybody is still focused on. And you can't do that. Not with an icon like Janet.
Okay, thank you.
You cannot do that. That's like saying, well, you know, Judy Jameson's skirt ripped when she did Cry in the 70s. And everybody remembers the rip, but don't nobody remember that she killed the piece in its entirety in one shot.
Yeah.
What? You know, you don't do that.
Yeah, I think that's a sad, you know, statement on human nature, especially in this culture that we gravitate towards the negative. And you'll remember one terrible thing, but just forget about all the beautiful work someone has done.
Agreed.
One misstep, and then you know, negates all, you know, the fabulous, incredible, inspirational work a person has done.
Absolutely.
You know, that culture of, you know, I don't even really understand cancel culture. Whatever that is, I don't even know.
Please. You know, it's one of those new things that as I want to say, as mature women, I'll say that, because I'm in my 50s just as much as you are. But as mature women, we think of it as so different, because I guess because we're accepting. You know, as artists, we see a little bit of everything. So it doesn't bother us that one thing, you know, can destroy you. We don't think like that. We think of, okay, you get 3 chances.
Okay.
But, you know, but these days it's like one and you're out, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like for what?
Yeah.
Again, like you said, you're taking away the legacy that someone has for one incident. That's it's not fair, and it's not right.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think it takes empathy. You know, we all make mistakes. You know,
absolutely.
Empathy. You know, I'm dealing with some, not to be all TMI, too TMI. I mean, I'm dealing with you know, family stuff now, and you know, there's forgiveness. You know, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Sure. Sure. Listen, we all are. Listen, my mom called me last week. I don't call her, but we had a decent conversation.
Oh, good. We talked about this before.
Right. And I let her talk, and it was cool. I didn't, oh, I don't want to hear it. No, I just said, you know what? Let her talk. Now, 5-6 years ago, I'd have been like, okay, you know what? I gotta go. But I said no, because we were talking about a death in the family anyway. But once we got through that, she went through this memory and that, and that's cool. And I just let her talk, and I had a little laugh. But I told her, I was like, "Ma, not feeling well right now."
Right.
But she kept talking. But I said, you know what? Let me let you do your thing.
Yeah.
And I left it alone. I left it alone for what? So, but I see a lot of different things in here. There was one, someone said, has having COVID changed how you plan to celebrate the holidays? Any word of caution? I'd like to answer that. Well, the answer, I think, is yes, in terms of caution. You always want to take caution, family or not, because you have family members that are irresponsible. You have family members that want to make sense.
Right.
It's family. What are you going to do? You can't pick your family. But in terms of myself I've celebrated the holidays alone for some time. And one of the reasons is I used to go, there was a couple times I had gone to a friend's house out in Queens. I live in the Bronx. And one Christmas, I just had a meltdown. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't understand what was going on with me. And she kept saying to me, the hostess kept saying, what is wrong with you? I went, and I'm just crying. Oh, please. I was a hot mess within seconds. I said, you know what? I'm going home. I took my $60 little Lyft ride cab behind home, back to the Bronx. She called me the next day. She says, what happened to you? I couldn't even explain it. So I knew then that, because I don't take the holidays well, this is not really my fun time of year. It is not. I prefer the summertime. Give me the summertime any day.
Yes.
But I just decided it's better for me to be home, so that if I had another meltdown, I'm home. So I know how to deal with it. To explain it to someone that may not really understand, it's difficult. So you know what? To avoid that confrontation and trying to explain you know what? Stay your butt home, make your own food in your house, and do what you need to do.
No, absolutely.
I mean, it's worked for me.
And you shouldn't have to explain that to anybody.
Not at all.
Best for you and your mental state and your own mental well-being. And that's something we were talking about earlier. Just with this last year and a half and getting older, getting into our 50s now, we really have to look out for ourselves. And it's not just physical. It's
absolutely. Yeah. And the key thing is to make yourself the priority. That's the mental health part of it. Hello. Okay? If you don't make yourself a priority, nobody ain't going to make you a priority.
And that's a relationship, at work. That's
everything.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
You got to know yourself. And sometimes it does take for you to get older and grab that wisdom and say, okay, I learned who I am now. So now I can be in control of me. Because it's easy not to be in control of you. It's easy to just kind of let everybody tell you what you need when you know what you need.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But
sometimes we know, but then we still get, influenced by outside sources. But we all have that kernel inside that's telling us, girl, that ain't right. Girl, you don't need to have that. You don't need to go there. You don't need to be seeing that guy. Girl, you don't need to be buying them shoes, whatever it is.
Right. Well, my favorite hashtag in the run community is sit your ass down. So So when you have to sit your ass down, it's time to sit your ass down and reflect and think. Like you said, what you doing with that dude? Why him? What you doing? No, don't go over there. Go. That's why other mothers and village mothers and fathers are so important. You even need them in your 50s, because some of them are like, they in their 80s, like, boo-boo, go over there. They still like go over there, and you like, but get your go over there and sit your ass down. Okay, sit your ass down. One word, big hashtag.
But to your point about testing and COVID, like even of course being
Absolutely.
backstage with the dancers and with my mom coming up next week, like I mean
Yeah.
I have been PCR tested out the wazoo the last 2 weeks, and all
Yeah.
good, if not just for the safety of my fellow human beings, but for my own peace of mind.
Absolutely.
I have been out a lot.
Yeah.
I think I've been
Yeah.
to like 5 or 6 shows, and even though I'm back the entire time,
Sure.
I mean, we're dancers. We hug people. I'm hugging folks. At Complexions at the Joyce all last week. I'm working the VIP desk, and everyone's coming to the desk. Oh my God, and you're just hugging people, and
Yeah.
your mask might be tight, but you never know what might slip up. You just never know.
Well, people like to kiss you on the cheek too. It's like, just hug me. Why you got to be? I don't know what you got. No, keep that over there. But that's why the masks are like lifesavers. Sometimes it's like, you ain't got to kiss me. Good.
No, we really definitely have to keep in that space of like we're still at the height of it, because
sure.
And and I will say, living in New York, I'm glad I'm here, because I've been to Philly, I've been to DC, even and they ain't doing it like we're doing here.
Listen, I was in Michigan, and I was like, ooh.
It's a whole different world outside of New York.
It is. It is. When I was in Michigan, I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Where's your mask? What? Hello? Where the mask?
It's not happening. So I'm happy here. I'm not in New York right now, but
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We have the strict. I think we have more stricter rules than a lot of places. I talked to my cousin out in LA, and their rules are just as strict. You can't even go to a shopping mall without being vaccinated.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So they have like their restaurants and stuff that you have to be vaccinated just like we do. So yeah, they're following us.
Oh, good. For
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but places like Florida, Michigan, all of that. Oh, please. Girl. No.
Right. Oh, glad you jumped on, and I'm way late, but again, thank you for your service and the Veterans Day and all of that.
Thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure. But I hope to see you soon.
You will. I mean, it's getting colder now. I mean, I don't think I'll be out and about too much, but we will run into each other somewhere, somehow. And
absolutely.
Look forward to the spring and summer of next year. My mind is already there, honestly. Getting ready for, and so. But listen, I'm glad you're feeling okay.
Thank you.
A bad case, but thankfully you were protected by, the shot. I mean, that's
Yeah. But I'm good. But it's always a pleasure. Thanks for, letting me come on and say hi and share my story.
Right.
So I'm a little sniffly still. That's why you see me doing this, but you know why now.
You're feeling better, and I'm so glad I'm so glad you're okay, and stay strong. Happy holidays, and
same to you.
And tuning in, and more to come.
Yes, ma'am. See you soon. Love you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay! That was Monique Thomas, y'all. Oh my God, this has been great. So we actually had a couple of takers that came in, a whole 90 minutes of the Freestyle Friday, giving Thanksgiving, post-Thanksgiving dannIGeeLive. So that's awesome. So I'm going to sign out. I think I'm going to sign out with a little music. I never really do that, but let's see what we have. Yes! Thanks to everyone who tuned in. More to come. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more lives before the end of the year, and then maybe take a little break for myself. And just, stay safe out there. Rest in peace to Stephen Sondheim. I literally just found that out as we were watching today. But thank you again. Again, if you can, support Complexions Contemporary Ballet. Go to the links in my link tree. Support the artists on my page there. And continue enjoying this holiday weekend and into December. Stay safe. And if I see you on the streets, we will bump elbows. Okay. Wear your masks. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. Stay kind. And yeah, love you guys. Thanks for watching. This will be archived on my YouTube channel. I don't promote my YouTube channel enough, I was told. Danny G TV. All of my past episodes are archived there. So if you've missed any of my IG lives, you can find them all there, plus other fun things on Danny G TV on YouTube. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.